There we go. We're recording and we're on Facebook. Ken, thank you so much for joining me. Are you still in Southern California?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm in
So is
Orange
it
County.
is it raining there also?
Yep, it's pouring.
Yeah. And yeah, we certainly need this need all this rain.
Yeah.
So I want to just introduce everyone to Ken Horton, and he was in the Keeney Ecommerce Mastermind, and he just before this call, when we were talking just a little bit, he let me know that last year on one product he did over $3 million.
Yep. Yep. We did.
And
It was actually maybe a handful of products,
a
but it
handful
was
of products. Okay,
all in the same group. Yeah.
all in the same group. Okay, so it's sort of all in the same niche.
Yeah.
Now I remember when you first started off, when you came to the mastermind. Well, the one thing I remember about you is that, okay, I said, look, take this and start testing all these different things. And when you would come back you would have the weekly calls or the twice weekly calls. You would show me your metrics, and from what I saw from you is that you always did a lot more than I even suggested.
Yeah, I would test like crazy. If I find a way to test, because I figured the faster I test, the faster I'd get the data back, and then I could make decisions. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it worked really good.
Because I saw that with that you really found that what worked fairly quickly by doing that.
Yeah, it took very quickly. Yeah.
And so, tell me a little bit. So, how did you get interested in my mastermind to begin with?
Oh, I started in e-commerce 2007. I think I quit my day job and I started selling things on eBay. And it was
Uh-huh.
more like, I would go to swap meets and stuff. And, one thing would lead to another. And I would start selling older products and then started selling new products. And I started selling on Amazon. And I stumbled upon your group somehow. And I was really realizing that Amazon and eBay I wanted my own website. And I
Right.
saw that you had done it, and you had I was working on my garage at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Okay.
noticed that you and I had a very similar past,
Right.
like, oh, this guy comes from eBay, Amazon, and but you were like further ahead of me. So I was like, oh, I think this guy's figured some things out. And I was really interested in your courses. And then I seen I think you retargeted me on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. On
And I
YouTube.
was like, that was it. I would start making a decision to figure it out, and here we are.
Yeah.
It did really good. Did really, really well.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm really, it was very exciting to see the progress that you made and how quickly that happened. So you said, sounds like, and I don't even remember that story, but yeah, it was very similar. I started off in my garage and I did eBay and then Amazon,
Yeah.
and then had a store. And so since, we haven't talked for a while, but it sounds like now, do you have everything in a warehouse instead of your garage? What's the
No
business?
more garage. Yeah, I moved and I don't have a garage, and it's where I can't do that anymore. So I have a fulfillment warehouse taking
Okay.
care of all that for me now. And you were actually the one who were telling me to, like, hey, you need to get out of your garage, because I was just taping boxes and shipping stuff like crazy, and it was just taking up all my time
Right.
from the important things. So,
Yeah.
it was a bit of an adjustment because I've been doing it for years,
Right.
so it was a little bit scary to like turn that over to somebody else.
Right.
But it works great.
So, I remember talking about that. Okay, so you're spending all your time packing boxes.
Yep.
It's time to get a fulfillment warehouse. What was it? How quickly did your business grow? And after you took yourself out of the warehouse?
It almost tripled. It was very fast. It just really fast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it almost tripled what I was doing inside the garage. And I was working myself to death in the garage.
Yes.
I couldn't go anywhere. I was always almost trapped in there. And then so, it's much better now.
Right.
Now I can focus on growing, new products, new videos, new everything.
So are these the items that you're selling right now? Is it still a lot of video ads that you're running?
Oh yeah, they're all video ads. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it mostly Facebook? Is everything still on Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, I've dabbled a little bit in YouTube. I just haven't quite, it's taking some time to figure that one out.
Yeah. So what were some of the other big obstacles that you were able to overcome through the things that we talked about inside the mastermind?
Really like putting the right things in the right order. That was probably one of the biggest things, because I had hired some people to help me make videos, and I showed them to you, and you said, yeah, they're really good, but it's not really, you don't really know what's going on in the video. You can't really tell it's a product, it was a little too much flash in the pan kind of a thing, So once we got things kind of dialed in and sorted out, and, it started working really well.
Yeah, the one thing I've always suggested is that I've seen many people start off with, they get somebody else to make a video for them, and then they try. So it's like, okay, you're making the video, but you're not yet. Basically, you don't have your you're not yet a really good director for it, or a editor. So much of it is, and I've worked with many people that have like professionally made videos, and then it's like, okay, it looks really great, but you don't have scenes in there that show the product enough, because the timing in that is really extremely critical, that you show the right things at the right time in the right way.
Yep, exactly.
And so I've always recommended that, you become a, master the video production and editing before you get someone else to do it. And it's certainly something that can be outsourced, but you need to be at a point where you can tell people exactly what they need to do before. You need to be in that place first.
Yeah, when I was starting out, I had no clue, and that's why you came in and said, "Oh, you got to change this around and do that." And once that happened, and then we, did some targeting, worked out a couple of little kinks in there, then it really just did really well. But yeah, 100%.
So have you been? You said, I think it was 2007. You said you started doing e-commerce.
Yeah, eBay. Yeah,
eBay.
I was doing back then. It was like consignment stuff. I would do whatever. I would go to Craigslist had just started, and I would just it would be more of an arbitrage type thing, where it'd just be, just buy it over here and sell it over here kind of a thing. And then I would started going to branch out into new items when I went to Las Vegas for a trade show, an ASD trade show.
ASD,
and then I started learning how to turn it into like more of a business. And then I learned how to do importing, creating a brand, but I hadn't figured out the marketing aspect until I brought you in and said, okay, let's try and figure out this marketing thing and the website thing. And I had tried and failed, I don't know, 2 or 3 times on a website. I just couldn't figure that one out. And then I was missing like one little piece in there,
right,
which is driving traffic and conversions and all that.
Yeah, it's having the right traffic makes all the difference.
Oh yeah, the right product to the right customer. Yeah.
So when did e-commerce become full-time for you?
Oh, 2007.
Oh, it did that same year is when it became full-time.
Yeah, but there was a lot of this. There was some very, very challenging times just starting out.
Right.
Because it probably wasn't all that well thought of when I started doing it, and so there was some experiences where I was pretty much pretty much homeless in a pay by the week hotel and all this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, 2007, and then it was very challenging because I didn't anticipate some things, and but I just kept on going. You just keep on one day, one step at a time, and we just every day you just keep working at it every day.
Yeah. Well, and I think I'm glad you mentioned that, because so much of this business is just how, if you have the determination to do it, if you're going to persevere, if you have the persistence to actually do it, because it's not just do X, Y, and Z and click this, and then then the sales start coming through. There is, and it's so much of this is not just, you don't have to have a lot of skills, but you need to be persistent. And through that, it happens. And what I see in too many times is someone they're just so way too early, they quit. Yeah. And so this is not, it's not like doing an e-commerce business is not something that just happens, quickly. Everyone will have some obstacles to overcome, but they can be overcome.
Yes.
And
sure.
I never had to, I didn't go through the same experience. When I first started, I had to save up some money before I could do it because I had had some children.
Yeah.
But there were some times when it was fairly lean, but I knew that I could, with enough time and picking up some other skills, I can make it work. And I've been doing this now full time since 2001.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the things that you sell, is it something that is it something you're passionate about, like a hobby or anything like that?
I think it was more of like, I would kind of create things in the garage for a few years and it was put a couple different things together. It was really a combination of things. Like you'd see something that worked kind of well and this worked well, and you kind of put them together.
Okay.
And putting things together, that's when it would really, there was just a lot of value there, and it really solved problems. And so am I passionate about it? Yeah, I think somewhat. Yeah, I think helping people is really one of the best rewards, is seeing them use the product and them happy with it. And that's super rewarding. And that's what makes it worthwhile,
Also, what I remember multiple times you telling me that you were able to outsell the manufacturing capability for this particular product.
Yeah, we were having issues keeping up. Still, I'm still waiting for stuff to get over that. I'm sold out from December. So yeah, it's a good problem to have, I guess. Yeah.
And this is I imagine this is a very large production facility.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Right.
In China.
Yeah. Now, at what point was there a period of time when you drop shipped some of this, or was it you quickly moved into bringing it in bulk and fulfilling it from the United States?
I think drop shipping is amazing. I still do a little bit here and there, but it's mostly for testing.
Mm-hmm.
I will kind of test it up real quick, and either I'll know really quick if it's a good one or not just by testing, just like what you recommended, is test everything and then they get the numbers back, and then if it works, then you bring it in, and then it's off to the races,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then the videos, a lot of what we focus on in the mastermind was creating that video. And so give us an idea of how long, so you create this ad, you create a video, and how long are those ads lasting for you?
I have some that still last. Yeah, I have some that have gone a couple years. That are still profitable. Yeah. Right. Like I have to shut them off because I ran out of stock.
Okay, so you've got video ads that are running for multiple years, making money every single day, and the only reason why you are turning them off is because you've run out of stock.
Yes, that's true.
Right. Yeah. What I found is not only it's not just having a video ad, it's having a video ad that engages the audience and shows off the product in the right way. And then that's when you start seeing this just incredible longevity.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So what from the mastermind, what would you say is the number one transformational part of the mastermind?
I think the group calls are really great, and just, and then getting the coaching from you, because you kind of see the blind spots, like any coach is going to see the person's blind spots and kind of point them out and be like, sometimes it's right in front of our face and we just don't see it, and be like, oh, just, you need to change this around, or get out of your garage, or, do these little things. And I was like, wow, I didn't even realize it was right in front of my face the whole time, but that's what coaches are for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very happy that and one of the things I have to say, it was a pleasure to have you in the mastermind, because, I would say, go edit your video like XYZ, and you would just do it. And then you would try it and say, hey, Frank, this really worked. And then, you'd show me another one, and I would, tell you, and you would do it. And, and I'm so pleased that it worked out very, very well for you.
Yeah, it did. It did great. And listening, following instructions, and executing, I think is one of the three things that's required for success in life, I think, and just trying to keep up with it all. Yeah.
Right. So for those that are watching this, and for those that are looking to grow or start or scale their e-commerce business, what would you say to them?
I would say absolutely take your course, especially the people who are on Amazon like I was, and because it's turned in kind of a red ocean over there, you gotta, there's some bluer waters, your course, for sure,
Yeah, you can really stake your place on your on your own with the way with videos and the ability to target people in a certain way on Instagram and Facebook and so forth. It really gives you that blue ocean.
Yes, and then there's a lot more options, like you're teaching the retargeting, and I started to do that, and just do a lot of testing with retargeting and email marketing. You had a little thing about email marketing, and
right.
There's all kinds of different things that you can do that that you teach that really open a lot of doors that I didn't even know were there when I was in the Amazon and eBay days. It's like, wow, it's a whole different game.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
All right. Kent, don't leave the video just yet. But I am going to end the recording and the Facebook Live. So I just want everyone I want to thank Kent for joining, and then we will and